How did Fort Sumter start the Civil War? Have you ever wondered how a single event could ignite a war that changed a nation? The attack on Fort Sumter is that event. It marked the official start of the American Civil War, but how did it come to this? In late 1860, the political climate was tense. Abraham Lincoln had just been elected president, and Southern states were not happy about it. South Carolina was the first to act, declaring its secession from the United States on December 20th, 1860. This decision set off a chain reaction, as other Southern states followed suit, feeling threatened by Lincoln's stance on slavery. Fort Sumter, located in Charleston Harbor, became a symbol of this conflict. The fort was a federal installation, and Major Robert Anderson commanded the Union troops stationed there. As tensions rose, Anderson moved his men from the less secure Fort Moultrie to Fort Sumter for better defense. The federal government, under outgoing President James Buchanan, attempted to resupply the fort, but South Carolina forces were determined to prevent this. By early 1861, the situation was dire. Confederate forces surrounded Fort Sumter, and it was clear that a confrontation was imminent. On April 12, 1861, at 4:30 in the morning, Confederate forces under Brigadier General P.G.T. Beauregard opened fire on the fort. The Union soldiers, outnumbered and low on supplies, held out for 34 hours before surrendering on April 14th. The fall of Fort Sumter had immediate and dramatic consequences. Both the North and the South viewed the attack as an act of war. President Lincoln called for 75,000 volunteers to suppress what he termed a rebellion. In response, Southern states mobilized their forces, seeing the attack as aggression against their rights. This event transformed political disagreements into open warfare. It was the first military engagement between the Union and the Confederacy, marking a significant shift from political conflict to armed struggle. The attack on Fort Sumter made it clear that the divisions between the North and South could not be resolved peacefully. The importance of Fort Sumter goes beyond just being a battle. It highlighted the need to control key military installations and supply lines, lessons that would shape military strategies throughout the war. Public opinion also played a vital role, as both sides rallied their populations in response to the events at Charleston Harbor. In essence, the attack on Fort Sumter started the Civil War by turning a political crisis into a military conflict. It forced both sides to take up arms, setting the stage for a long and challenging struggle that would follow. This event remains a defining moment in American history, symbolizing the breakdown of compromise and the beginning of a costly conflict over the future of the nation.